Hello and welcome back to another weekly market update. My name is Rhodes with Team CR Realty. Today is April 26th, 2022, and let's get right into it. Starting right off, we have 5,764 active listings on the market as of right now, and that is up from 5,216 homes last week. And so I think that's going to be a continued trend. That's 578 more houses this week than we had last week. I think that's just going to be a continued trend because of the interest rate situation that we have. We're continuing to see more and more houses on the market because less buyers are in the market now to buy. We actually, as we will take a look at the Cromford report, we actually don't have a ton of demand. Our situation here, specifically in Phoenix, is that we don't have any supply. So, and we see that within the statistics that we are going to be looking at. And as we take a look at the Cromford index of the Cromford report, you can see that demand is really not all that crazy. It's pretty neutral right now at 103.2. The market index continues to go down. Last week it was higher than that, and supply index is going up. Last week is 25. So we're seeing some changes, some slight changes, yet we're still in an incredible seller's market, like I keep mentioning, but we're seeing indicators of possible market shift to something that's a little bit more healthy than we're at right now. And as we jump into this table that the Cromford report compiles, is you can see month over month, you can see trends of the top 17 cities, and you can see where they were last month to where they're at now, and it's a total indicator. As you can see, there's a lot more red on that chart than green. The only green, in fact, is Glendale, and it's up 3% month over month. But Avondale, from 576 to 544. Avondale is the number one CMI city right now. It's still a tremendous seller's market compared to like Buckeye. And what this means is that percentage, like a 544 number, that's going to be like 5 buyers for every one house that's on the market. In Buckeye, you're going to have 2 buyers for every one house on the market because it's 224. It's really around 100 is a neutral market. That's 1 for 1, and we're at again a very strong seller's market. So, but you can see these strong decreases you see in like Cave Creek. Month over month, 28% decrease, 540 to 390. You can see in Paradise Valley, 453 to 338. In the surrounding cities that I mostly am in is Gilbert, Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, Chandler. These all have some double-digit decreases as well, and it's a total indicator of kind of where the market's going, and it's a good thing actually because buyers are now being able to actually get in houses now. And so if you're thinking that maybe you still want to hold off, you're waiting for the crash, you're waiting for whatever, time in the market is always going to beat timing the market. So everyone thinks that they know what's going to happen with the market. Right now it's beginning to become more of a healthy market, which I'm super excited about because you can actually get buyers into houses. You can sell a house very quickly still. But if you're waiting on a crash, I don't think that there's going to be a crash personally, just because of the indicators that we're seeing. We're seeing such strong growth. We're still seeing a lot of top market leaders coming out and saying Phoenix in particular is going to grow another 12 to 18% in 2022 and another 5% in 2023. So they're seeing a market decrease of slowdown of next year in 2023. Which I wouldn't be surprised. It kind of depends on these interest rates that we're seeing. Again, the Fed continues to raise rates because that is going to slow down the market like we talked about a few weeks back. But one thing that will not cause a crash is interest rates, because interest rates are something that are controllable. The Fed is purposely raising interest rates so that the economy will slow down a little bit, and they want to cause not a crash, but they want to cause a recession, because a recession is where it slows down. And actually the definition of a recession is a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by the fall in GDP in 2 successive quarters. So when you're looking for a recession, it's basically 2 quarters that you see a fall in the GDP, and that's kind of what the Fed's trying to do. They want to slow down the economy so that they can curb this inflation still, because that is their number one enemy right now. Average rentals. Currently, we have 4,078 active rentals on the market within the Phoenix metropolitan area. And again, that's up from last week. I don't have the specific number from last week, but it's almost like a 25% increase or something like that within the number of rentals. And so I'll be tracking this from now on as well, because it's such an indicator. Because like we were talking about, 1 in 3 houses are getting bought by investors to then rent out. So we're going to start tracking this number as well, so that we can see what exactly is going on with the rental market, and see if that's going to be an indicator for something later on with investors stopping buying. So I'm excited to report on that as well. And as for my own clientele right now, I have an active listing that was posted Thursday last week, and we have a few offers that we've gotten from specifically investors. We've gotten, I think, 1 or 2 from people that would buy it to live in it themselves. This listing is a little bit different than a normal market a normal house on the market, because it is a little bit older. It's kind of original all throughout, so it's not something that's super enticing for buyers, but it would be a good house to purchase if someone is trying to find something that is going to be instant equity. They can redo the kitchen and have instant equity, kind of a thing. But we are seeing continued walkthroughs and people wanting to put offers on it, but I'm kind of making it clear that my seller doesn't want to sell to an investor, so that kind of takes a lot of the offers off of the table, because again, we've gotten majority of those offers being from investors. So well, thank you again for sticking around for this week's market update. Today was Tuesday, April 26, 2022. My name is Rhodes with Team Sierra Realty, where Arizona real estate is seen.